Boy, I screwed that up. Heh. Wow. Yep, I messed that up. Oh well, that's what I get. Good evening, people. Happy wow. Good evening, people. Happy wow Wednesday. Yeah, wow, 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 wow. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. So, anyways, people, ever noticed how your mood can flip on you without warning at all? I mean, you can be having a great day, and then all of a sudden, boom, shit mode activated. I mean, honestly, seriously. I mean, it's one day you're unstoppable, and the next day you question everything. So you have to try and question that, because you know what? Moods are like the weather. They change fast. But you know what? Your systems, your beliefs, your infrastructures, your habits, your discipline, they don't move unless you move them. So tonight, we're going to try and talk, and we're going to show you something powerful. All right? We're going to bring up and talk about your moods and how your success is derived by the systems that protect your moods. See, your life doesn't rise to your motivation. It falls back to your systems, to your habits, to your discipline, to your routines. See, whenever we get really, really, really busy, and we finally get so tired that we don't know what's going on, our bodies actually fall back to what we're used to doing all the time. That's why you see people trying and sleepwalking at times, in my opinion. I mean, how many of you have actually gotten to work half asleep? Or how many of you have gotten home from work half asleep? I can recall, and hear me on this one, there have been people in a car that joke that they had full-on conversations with me that I do not remember, because once we got on 30 on the way home from working a long day, I get on 30 and I go into automatic pilot. And so from 49 to 35, it's like, wait, did I just drive 30 minutes? I mean, how many have you been on the road on expressway and just driving along, enjoying the drive, and all of a sudden, next thing you know, you realize you've been driving for an hour and you don't even know it, because you fall into that habit thing. You fall into that mindset where your brain just starts going into automatic pilot mode. And that's what happens, is you don't rise to your success. You don't rise to your destiny. You fall back to your habits. And so when your habits are successful, guess what you're falling back to? Success. See, your mood will tell you, not today, I'm tired. Not today, I don't feel good. Not today, I got too much work to do. I'll start tomorrow, because, well, I deserve a day off. And plain and simple, I just don't feel like it. How many people out there have had days like that? But what do? You still go to work. You still go pick the kids up from school. You still try and feed the cats and the dogs, or go out there and clean up the dog poop or the cat yak all over the floor. You still do the stuff that you have to do, even if you don't feel like it. And well, that's it. Hey, Miles. And that's the truth of it. Your mood will sabotage your consistency. But your disciplines and your habits and your systems will always take you to the next level. Nobody wants to clean up cat yak. Nobody wants to go outside. Hey, Alicia, nobody wants to go outside, clean up dog poop. Nobody wants to try and get out of that nice warm bed and drive the kids to school in that cold, 30 below weather or that 100-degree heat, humidity thing out there. Nobody wants to do that. My apartment's nice and cold. My bed's nice and warm. And so what we do is we let our mood dictate our consistency. We let our mood sabotage our potential. We let our mood talk us out of our greatness that we claim we want. And truthfully, who qualified your mood to run your life? Oh, it's all good, Miles. You found me again. I still love you. It happens. Life happens, man. But you're back here now, and that's all that matters. Because, see, only the cool people find their way back to me. And if you don't come back, then, well, you're a below average listener. Above average listeners are here right now. You, that MHA lover is above average. Alicia is above average listener. Natasha, Sims. You guys are all super kings. Above average listeners. You guys are awesome. You guys rock it. But you know what? Who qualified your mood to run your life? Because if you let your mood lead you, you'll always be inconsistent. You'll always be like, I don't feel like doing this crap anymore. I don't feel like doing this. I don't feel like going outside cleaning the dog poop. I don't feel like going outside cleaning up the cat yak. I don't feel like carrying all the groceries inside the house. I don't feel like going to Walmart buying the groceries. I don't feel like, I don't feel like dealing. I don't feel like making phone calls. I actually don't. I hate it. I can't stand it. But I do. Because it needs to be done. Because if you let your moods lead you, your life will be inconsistent. But if you let your systems, your habits, your discipline lead, well, you'll always be moving to the next level. And that's what it's all about, moving to the next level. You don't sit in front of the PS5 and play video games and sit there and play the same level over and over and over again. That gets boring. And if you do the same thing with life, that gets boring. Turns into a rut. And you know what they say about ruts? Ruts is basically a grave with the ends kicked. A grave with the ends kicked in. So, got to change that mindset. Uh-oh. There's Brian Wood. Hey, Brian. You got to change that mindset. Because you know what? Your systems are a predetermined decision. You decide to make things happen. If you can decide to be crabby, you can decide to be happy. Because who's in charge of you? Your moods? Who's protecting the version of you who gets tired? Who's in charge of you when you feel like getting emotional? Who's in charge of you when you get overwhelmed? Because see, when you try to develop your habits, when you develop your discipline, when you develop your systems on coping with your moods, those systems protect you from burnout. And how many of you have burnout? I mean, I don't know about you, but me, yeah, game over, man. There are times that just tired of it. I'm guilty as charged, man. I got burnout too. I mean, I've been working on computers since the 1980s. You know, and I get tired of it. And it's actually hilarious because I'll go around telling people I hate computers. And I do. I do hate computers. God damn this old computer. Really wish I'd sell it. Don't do quite what I want, only what I tell it. Mr. Keebles, God bless you, man. But you know what? That system, that habit, that discipline. Sorry, cat decided she wanted some pets. That will protect you from the burnout. That'll keep you going because it's a mindset. It'll also protect you from overthinking. It's hard. Oh, is it hard? It's very hard. But then again, nothing in life is easy. If life was easy, I mean, like PS5 games, those aren't easy. You sit there and play them. Why? Because you want the challenge. Give me my water, cat. My water. Biggie Cheese, we got Moose. Hey, I named my cat Moose at times. Thank you for joining, peoples. And then you got Haphazard. I'm guilty of overthinking. And so how I overcome that? I got a notebook, baby. I overthink a lot, so I got a couple of notebooks. You know? I got more than one notebook. Because I do a lot of overthinking. And it's horrible. But you know what? It works. It helps clear my mind. When I take pencil and put it to the paper and I unload my mind before I go to bed, I'm able to fall asleep like that. I mean, I close my eyes and next thing you know, I'm sawing wood. You know, so that's how you overcome. And that's a system you build by taking paper and pencil, putting together, making squiggles on there that are legible somewhat. And when I say somewhat, my mom wanted a doctor. At least I got something right, the handwriting. I'm as dumb as a rock, but, you know, at least the handwriting's as smart as a doctor's, right? No? Oh, okay.
Your handwriting sucks.
Well, yeah, exactly. Have you ever looked at a doctor's handwriting?
Theirs is better than yours.
The peanut gallery over here. Doctors' handwritings are better than yours. See, exactly my point. But the point is I put it down. And that's a system that I built for myself to stop overthinking. And then there's self-doubt. These are all big here. And I'm giving you the list of my challenges. You might have them too. But my challenge is self-doubt. Who am I to be able to sit here in front of this camera with a happy cat? Hi. Hi. Sorry, I had to get her off my desk. She's going to drink my water. With a happy cat talking to you people about how to overcome overthinking, or how to overcome self-doubt, or how to overcome burnout, or how to overcome anything for that matter. Well, let's see here. If I talk to my counselor, they say, well, yeah, you're the perfect person. Figure you overcame massive depression after your house fire burnt down. You overcame bankruptcy. You overcame 3 divorces. You overcame watching people get shot and killed at 5 years old. You overcame so many different challenges throughout your life. Yeah, you're qualified to talk to people about things. Somebody out there might have the same problems as you. They might have gone through a divorce or 2 or 3. They might have had a business that failed. They might have had a business that succeeded and they sold it. I've had both. I've had a business that failed and I've had a business that succeeded and I sold it. And then I had a business I built from the ground up.
I mean, is this good?
Is
There's
it
a little Sappy Mama season on it.
Uh-huh.
There's a little Sappy Mama season on it.
They're perfect. I need some Worcester dressing on it.
I'm ready for the other food to get done.
I don't want them so hard. I like them nice and soft like this. My son's making dinner.
No, the chicken nuggets.
Thank you, sir. And so I suffer from self-doubt at times. But you know what? I build myself up because, you know what? How many people out there have been found half naked in a ditch a week before Christmas in the middle of the night as their house is burning down? Not many. But you know what? I lost everything. And that's the thing. How many people out there have lost everything in their life? How many people have gone through a massive divorce where they lost everything, where they basically walked out of the house with the clothes on their back? How many people have lost their business so badly that they came and repossessed their house, evicted them? How many people, who's lost everything so badly that they've gotten kicked out of high school because of the fact that whatever reason, or who's ever, or maybe perhaps there's somebody out there that's ended up going to jail as a teenager and thinking life is over. And so that's where I overcame my self-doubt, by owning my stories, owning my challenges, owning my history, taking those stories that have happened in my life, those past scars that have created pain in my past, and I've turned them into a purpose to basically overcome my self-doubt. This is good. Another thing that your habits will protect you from is something I suffer from too again. It's a big P word. And we're not talking pervertedly, we're talking procrastination. Can we say it? Procrastination. Oh, wait. You can say it now. I know you procrastinate on saying it back. You can unmute your mic and say procrastination. I was going to write a book about it, but I figured I'd wait until next week or sometime next year. We've all been there. We've all procrastinated on something because we don't feel like doing it, because we allow our moods to take over instead of our discipline, instead of our habits, instead of our systems. We've allowed our mood to take over and say, you know what, we really don't need to do it right now. And that's where, once again, the system. Trust the system. Trust the process. Commit to yourself. Commit to yourself. If you say you're going to do something, do it. These are good. First thing I've eaten all day. I'm not working too much. You could say I procrastinated all day long on eating because I was focused too much on working. But you know what? Procrastination is one of the killers of our dreams, of our destiny, of our goals.
Where'd that cat go?
She's in here somewhere.
She's under you.
And you know what else your systems and your habits do? They protect your emotional swings.
Hello?
Hi. See, if you can choose to be happy, if you can choose to be sad or mad, you can choose to be happy. She's not heading. See, your system isn't the guardrail. Is the guardrail that keeps you from driving off the cliff. They're the curbs that keep you going.
Chicken nuggets with some spicy ones. I think they're good.
Yeah, those are actually perfect size.
I put some stuffing on the chicken.
Oh, good. Good.
I wanted a little cake.
Good stuff.
Can you give me that cat right there?
I'm in my life. See, your system is a guardrail that keeps you from driving off the cliff. It keeps you from driving on a sidewalk and killing people. It's a system that keeps you from trying and damaging your vehicle because it keeps you on track. And when you use your habits and your discipline to control your moods, thank you, Logan. When you use your systems and your habits and your discipline to control your moods, you're able to try and overcome that emotional swing that you have. You're able to overcome the burnout, the overthinking, the self-doubt, and yes, even the procrastination. Because the system is a system of starting. You just got to try and commit to yourself. You got to dedicate yourself. You got to make that one commitment to yourself, that one decision, and say, you know what? Today's the day. I'm going to start a little ritual that gets me moving, even when I don't feel like it. Because motivation is just a mood. It comes and goes like the weather, like your mood does. Oh, Logan, thank you, man. Thank you. But you need a ritual that gets you moving. You got to get that engine. See, you can't get in a car and just expect to go. You got to start the engine. You got to push a button. You got to do something to get it to go. You are that car. And you've got to try and trigger something inside of you to just kick it. And whether it's 10 minutes of getting up in the morning and doing some movement, walk back and forth, pace in your apartment, pace in your house, walk around a block, something that kind of gets you like, get the energy going. Or maybe a couple jumping jacks. Maybe a minute worth of jumping jacks. Or you know what? 5 minutes worth of writing stuff down. Something that gets you started in a day so that it builds your future. And focus on getting 3 things done before noon. That's for yourself, not anybody else. Not for your crazy boss, not for your annoying teachers, not for your partner, not for anybody else but you. Because you have to win for you. Because you're either going to win or you're going to win. I'm not here to raise losers. I'm not here to promote losers. We're here for the big W, man. So work on 3 tasks before noon for yourself. Whether it's Sean and working on your book, working on your exercise routine, whether it's working on your job, working on your business idea, working on your sorry, my son's over there making, anyways, whether it's working on your exercises, working on journaling, working on your book, working on your business ideas, working on your school project, working on whatever it is that you want to change your life for. Because it's your life, it's your dreams, it's your goals that are hiding in back of your mind. You got to pull them back out and stop letting life push them back. Focus on yourself for 10 minutes in the morning. Before anybody else. Hey, Mr. Dude. Hey, Logan. Before anybody else. Because that is your activation system. That's like listening to Ren and Stimpy. I hear it in the background. Ren and Stimpy is a cartoon for the 1990s, and and it's a stupid cartoon. And I can't believe I watched it as a kid, because now I'm older and I watch it. I realize that wasn't for kids.
Yes, it was.
No, no, it wasn't. No, no, no.
Is it still on?
No, it's off the air. They don't play stuff like that on TV anymore. I mean, it just, yeah. But and then the one, the cartoons is Ren and Stimpy are space helmets, and they got this prepare to activate, and he bangs on a button to launch their rocket ship, and that's exactly what you got to do. You wake up in that morning, and instead of hitting that snooze button, prepare to activate. Turn that alarm off and get out of bed, and start your morning ritual. Whether it's running in place, or drinking 5 cups of coffee. Yes, okay, 5 cups of coffee.
Yeah, you do that.
Actually, it's a little more than that, but it's not, at least I'm not stopping anymore and buying the $7 coffees every day.
Those things suck.
It depends on your point of view. They're really nice, but really sugary. And those $7 coffees, they're $7 coffees because you're paying for all the sugar. And you know where the sugar goes?
Nothing.
Right in your stomach, man. I mean, there you go. Yeah, it gives you energy, but the sugar goes there. It's not good, man. It's not good. So when you get up in the morning, head bang on that snooze button, turn it off, hit the off button, and jump out of bed. You know, focus on your morning ritual. I guarantee you, if you try and start writing things down in the morning about things that you want to do for yourself or accomplish for yourself, and you focus on reciting it to yourself every morning, it's going to change your life. I mean, on my phone, all right, my little phone right here. There's my little screenshot thing right there. I got my happy little wow logo and a nice little mantra that I read every day. My mantra is, my voice ignites, my purpose flows. I transform where I go. My gift is real, my calling shows. Greatness rises where I go. My steps are steady, my spirit knows. The storm inside me always shows. My faith is strong. My blessings grow. Abundance finds me where I go. Money flows to me as I grow. Abundance follows me where I go. I'm trying to memorize it. I got the first like two lines memorized, but the rest of them I don't have memorized yet. But you know what? Throughout the day, I look at that. Give yourself a little mantra. Everybody's got those happy little pretty pictures on their cell phones, and I'll be honest, who doesn't walk around with their cell phone all over the place?
I don't.
Well, most people do. Hey, Natasha. And so what I do is I try to put my little mantra there on my cell phone. So every time I get something, I'm reminded to say it to myself, to remind myself that, hey, this is what I need to do. This is my calling. This is where I'm going. My voice ignites, my purpose flows. You know, and when you activate that inside of yourself every morning, and you put it on your cell phone so you see it every chance you can throughout the day, it's like a constant reactivation to yourself. It's sort of like those sine waves that you see, ups and downs, up and down, because your day is going to go like that. All of us have bad moods, but if we can choose to have a bad mood, we can choose to have a good mood. So you need a structure that's going to fit, that's going to force your completion. A checklist every morning, maybe even a scorecard for that matter. A small daily minimum, of at least something that you're going to try and pay attention to throughout the day to remind yourself. And you can't forget your notes. That way, at the end of the week, you can review it. And you can keep track of your moods. You can keep track of your ups and downs. Yes. Because that is going to be your execution system. That's going to be your activation in the morning. Yes. And then you got to follow through.
Come on, Luna.
I mean, there are in my school community, I've got more self-help things that you can try to follow through on these strategies. Guides that you can actually print out and help yourself with. You know, there are so many different things that are available out there to help you grow personally. Because you know what? You can't grind nonstop. You have to have that low at times. You have to take that break. You have to rest. I call it the 3 R's. Rest, reset, and rise. You have to rest. You're only human. You have to get some rest. And then when you get up, you got to try and reset. You got to focus. You got to activate. You got to work on those ideas on what you got to get done. And then you got to rise. You got to step up. You got to start running with it. I should actually change that. Rest, reset, and run. I like that one. Rest, reset, and run. Maybe change it 4 R's. Rest, reset, rise, and run. Oh, what do you think, peoples? The 4 R's. Rest, reset, rise, and run. Run with it. Call 5 R's and repeat as necessary. Rest, reset, rise, run, repeat. Rest, reset, rise, run, repeat. I like that. I'm going to write that down. I might actually do a class on that. 5 R's. I'm going to write that down. Rest, reset, rise, run, and repeat. Because you know what? Those recovery routines, they'll be in my school community soon enough. Because recovery isn't quitting. You're not quitting. It's a way of refueling yourself. It's an intentional rest, not an emotional collapse. So, tonight, don't just change your schedule, change your identity. Because when you repeat something long enough, your brain stops seeing it as a task and it starts seeing it as a habit. It starts seeing it as a rhythm. It starts seeing it as who you are. And you go from being, I'm trying to be consistent, to, I'm trying to be disciplined. You go from, I'm trying to be consistent, to, I am consistent. I'm trying to be disciplined. I am disciplined.
Bad news.
You burnt them all.
No.
Because see, those systems turn effort into your identity. And the identity...
Agua botada.
I'm fine, thank you. And your identity is based on your habits. And your habits control your moods. Because see, some of you don't need more motivation. You need fewer mood-based decisions. You don't need a new dream. Your dreams are already inside of you. God gave them to you. You need a system to pull them out and keep them active. And you don't need a new goal. You need a new structure to get that goal. So your life isn't waiting on inspiration. It's waiting on your consistency. So pick one system, not 10, not 5, but one. One habit that will follow no matter how you feel. Because when your mood drops, that habit's going to kick in. When your energy dips, that habit's going to kick in. When your emotion wobbles, weeble wobbles, but they don't fall down, your system, your habits, your discipline is going to stabilize you. And this is how you're going to win loud. This is how you're going to build momentum. This is how you become unstoppable. And I'm going to plug Natasha's book, which is Crushed but Unstoppable. That's a good book. So, your mood is a moment, and your system is your lifestyle. Your mood is a feeling. Your system is your foundation. Your mood is unpredictable. But your system, love you too, bud, is unshakable. So tonight, stop living by your emotions. Stop living by your mood. Stop living by how you feel. And start living by design. Stop letting your moods dictate who you are and where you're going. And start using your habits to tell you where you're going, who you're going to be. Because your habits care more about who you're becoming than your moods do. Because you've withstood more than people know. And you've owned more than people seen. Now it's time to win in a way that nobody can ignore. It's time to step up and make your next move your loudest one yet. Good night, everybody. Thank you very much and have an excellent evening.